Hey everybody, I'm not sure how exactly I expect to get this video done because I've been up and down the stairs about 4 to 5 times so far, just trying to get my baby nursed and to the point where she will actually fall asleep. I think we're there right now, and I think Bella's still sleeping too, so we're just gonna go ahead and try to knock this puppy out, okay? I want to tell you about some products that are relatively new, that just have really not meshed with me. I have purchased so many new products lately, a lot of new drugstore stuff, and it's almost beyond the point where I would do a haul. I mean, I have been using this stuff for quite some time now, and I feel like it would be more beneficial to people if I kind of categorize things sort of like I'm doing now and tell you about some stuff that didn't work and maybe talk about some different types of products here and there. A little more organized like this into different videos since I have been using the stuff for so long. But I'm going to kick things off here with a couple of eyeliners because these were the first things that sort of got my wheels turning about all the products that I haven't really liked. One of them is this Maybelline Master Precise Curvy Eyeliner. It did surprise me a bit because I talk about not loving these shaped, you know, little eyeliner pins, and this one certainly has a bit of a shape to it there. It's wider, like when you hold it that way, and then it gets a little bit skinnier on the side. Didn't think I was going to love that initially, but actually, as far as application goes, I thought it applied so nicely and so quickly. It was just really, really easy. I liked being able to kind of thin out the line where I wanted to, like right in my inner corner, and then almost thicken it up as I went out, and it did that really well. The only problem with this for me is the fact that it transfers so badly with no moisture. Like, I mean, I'm not talking watery eyes, crying, or anything. It gets down in my inner corner so bad, and things are looking dark and gunky. It transfers basically onto my lower lash line from my upper lash line, and same thing a little bit with the outer corner too. So I feel like I can't really use this stuff, and that stinks because the application was really so easy and so quick with that. Here's another eyeliner that I dislike for the same reason, and it's a pencil. It's from Physicians Formula, and it's called Glide On Gel Liner in Black Velvet. And this, I think, did I order this? I ordered this from Ulta's website, I believe, and it was under the news section. But it is a twist up pencil liner, and the application really wasn't wonderful with this. I felt like it was kind of skipping a little across the upper lash line. Like, it was smooth, but not as smooth as it could have been. So that was a bit of a problem. And in a swatch, I felt like it was really locked in, like it set, it wasn't moving or going anywhere, so I didn't think that it was going to have a transfer issue. But it totally did on me, again, under circumstances that were very normal and not like I was trying to, you know, run through the dang sprinkler with this stuff on, or even have the slightest bit of eye watering going on. I wasn't having any of that, and I was still having this weird issue of product coming down from the inner corner down to my lower lash line. I have plenty of eyeliners that don't do that to me, so it's not like just part of my genetic makeup here. I think about my Jordana Color Envy waterproof liquid liner. You know, that stuff is in it for the long haul. It just stays so beautifully. But sadly, I was let down by those couple of liners. Also, some lashes I tried, and these are the Ardell Mega Volume, and these were another thing that I spotted under the news section of Ulta's site, and I thought, oh, these might be just perfect for me. And what you're seeing here, I trimmed them up quite a bit. Like, they were really long left to right, so to make them even fit my eye, I had to cut off some, which is okay. I do that quite a bit with lashes. But these are the Mega Volume 251s, and it does say up here in the corner, it says Never Flat Multi-Layered Curl Technology. And I think this is kind of a cool thing that you see sometimes with more expensive lashes. It's like you turn them sideways, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to really exhibit this here on camera. But see, when you're kind of looking at their profile, you don't just see one solid swoop of lashes. You're seeing kind of a featheriness there. The problem for me, they are so curly. I mean, can you see how curled those are? Like, they are practically turning back, and my lashes, first off, naturally, they're not that curly, but most false lashes can pretty much still mesh with them. And if I kind of prep my lashes with a little mascara first, everything will kind of like hang together a little bit. These were just curling way off the mark. They're curling over so far. And I couldn't even like go through a day with these. I put them on, I looked at them, and I thought, these look ridiculous. They look like just a separate set of lashes just doing their own thing, and then here's my natural lashes like pointing off in this direction. It was so weird. And I know some people have really great naturally curled lashes, so maybe there are some of you out there who these would be good for, but I still feel like it's a really, really exaggerated curl. So you know, if you've had like good luck with most lashes, or if you feel like they need to be more curly, if you're looking for like the curliest lash ever, maybe check out this Mega Volume. Another thing here that kind of disappointed me, I tried a couple of new NYX eyeshadow palettes, and this one is the one called Cosmic Metals. At the same time I purchased that, I got the Lid Lingerie, and this one I love. This all matte palette, like, I mean, the colors aren't that uncommon, but they feel really good. They applied nicely. I've loved the looks that I've gotten. And this Cosmic Metals, I thought, well, maybe I can wear this in combination with that other palette. It is a bunch of neutrals here, or maybe, you know, these are designed to just be really poppin' shades all on their own. And some of them are okay, like this burgundy wine color here, that's all right. The peach beside it is kind of pretty. I don't even mind that bronze, but then you've got some shades that are just utterly flaky, and like, what's going on with those? I was hoping that with this being dubbed as like a metals or metallic palette, like these would just be almost like pressed pigment style shine. And with the fact that you're only getting 6 shades in here, I would really want every shade to be able to deliver. And so you've got the quality concern there, and then I look at the colors and I think, you know, the colors are things that certainly are great in other palettes that I have, so why do I need this? Why do I need this subpar, partially good 6-color palette that really is just 100% shimmery? If I want really good contrast, I do have to pull in something separate. It's just not really worth it to me. If I had it to do over again, knowing what I know now, I would not have purchased this. Okay, I've got to complain about some eyebrow stuff now. I've got this Almay brow pencil. I mentioned this in my Best in Beauty video at the tail end when I talked about a couple things that didn't work. And in case you missed that, I just thought I would reiterate that here because I have a couple brow things. And this is one of those brow pencils that has a thicker tip. It's kind of like a teardrop shape at the end. Sort of reminds me of the Goof Proof Brow from Benefit, or Makeup Forever has one that's kind of like this too. So I don't mind the thickness and the shape, but the consistency of this brow pencil is so creamy. And if you've got a lot of brow hair already and you're just looking for something for a mild fill-in, this is probably going to give you more than you want. And being as creamy as it is, it kind of makes the brow hairs cling together in sort of a patchy way. I feel like it's hard to get as even of an application as I get from the slightly drier pencils, you know, something like an Anastasia Brow Wiz or the NYX Micro Brow, or even that one from Benefit that I mentioned. You know, they're just not quite this creamy, borderline goopy, and it does have the spoolie on the end, and I certainly use that to help kind of rake some product through, but I feel like it's just still way too much. And on the topic of brows getting gooped up, this CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow Shape and Define, this is anything but easy breezy. This is just like, it's way too much. I've got it in rich brown, and why in the world are they giving us a curved brush for a brow product? I mean, I understand sometimes the curved brushes for mascaras, and sometimes you feel like they reach all the lashes a little bit better, but why are we needing to do that with our eyebrow stuff? And then you pull it out, there's just way too much product in the brush to begin with, so the brows get overloaded. I think the brush also is too large. I mean, there's not a time that I've tried to use this that I haven't dabbed some product outside of my brow and had to pull in a Q-tip to clean up that mess. So it's an overloaded brush that leads to overloaded brows. It's too much brush to begin with. I mean, if you want something like this at a great drugstore price, look into the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara, look into Benefit Gimme Brow if you want like an absolutely micro-sized brush. Those things have fantastic hold, and they don't give you too much product in your brows. This one, the one good thing I can say about it is once it's in there, it does feel like it helps your brows like stay in place, but that might be from the sheer like volume of product that's in there that's really hard to control. So I don't like that. Another thing I didn't really go for was this Too Faced Sweet Peach Glow. I think there are a lot of wonderful elements of this peach collection. I've talked about liking those peach lip oil products. I like the peach Peach palette, and I also like the Papa Don't Peach single blush. And I really tried to give this Sweet Peach Glow thing a lot of shots, a lot of opportunities to work, but overall, I don't think the quality in this palette is really that great. And I think the Papa Don't Peach blush, it does show up with ease on my skin. This blush seems to be a little more sheer than that one. That being said, that's probably the strongest part of this palette. I don't really get this color over here that's kind of like a bronzer, but it's not deep enough to really bronze. Maybe on the fairest of the fair skin tones you feel like you're getting something out of that, but it's shimmery, so it's hard to achieve a lot of depth. So it's like some glow, not a lot of color. I'm not really sure what the point is there. And then this is clearly going to need to be a highlight over here, but I don't feel like that comes off on my skin with much intensity whatsoever. Like, anytime I've used this, I feel like I'm dipping back in, adding more, adding more, adding more. And even in broad daylight, I don't feel like it looks like there's much there at all. Packaging is adorable. I mean, I like the layout. I just wish the quality of the product was a little bit better. I wish this was an actual, like, little bit deeper, really usable bronzer. The blush, you know, if they want to make that something more subtle than Papa Don't Peach, it's still workable. That's still usable, but the highlight needs a little more pow to it as well. Lastly, I want to throw in my 2 cents on a couple of lip products that I didn't really like. One is from Burt's Bees, and Burt's Bees we know makes fantastic lip balms. Like the standard, do I have one up here? The lip balms that are in this kind of packaging, I generally really like them. This one's the Ginger Spice that I got around Thanksgiving, and these days they just make so many flavors of those and they go on really smoothly. They're nice balms, right? And so I was kind of interested in this Flavor Crystals line that they put out, and I got the Tropical Pineapple. It says 100% natural, and you just twist it up like this, so it's a different style of lip balm, and it does smell really good, like a strong, really sweet pineapple, like more like pineapple candy than real pineapple. But the Flavor Crystals thing, all that does for me is makes this feel a little bit dry and gritty as it goes across my lips. It's not nearly as moisturizing as the other lip balms that they do. It's not really delivering a ton of flavor on my lips either. It's just giving me some grit to have to deal with. And then Ulta is offering a new line now called Bronx Colors, and I've gotten a couple things from there. I got an OK eyeshadow palette, and I got one of these matte lip tints, and I'm not seeing a shade name on here. The closest thing might be this MLT04, maybe that's the shade name. But what we've got here is a wand applicator, basically. Ooh, oh no. Did you see that? It like little droplets just went somewhere. I think they went on my pants. Okay, well there's another drawback here, but it's an applicator like a liquid lipstick, and it is very liquidy. As you can see when you pull the wand out, like we're talking droplets here, not like even a lip cream or something a little bit thicker. I like the pointed applicator. I felt like I was able to get really precise application right out to the edges with this, but it is so drying. It dries down pretty quickly, and it almost feels like chalky on my lips. And when I move my lips, I feel like I'm pulling product apart, you know, like it becomes really obvious that there's kind of a cracked thing happening there. And then if you run your tongue across it, it is just dry, like I said, to the point of feeling chalky. One complaint I don't have about this that I have about a lot of liquid lipsticks is that they change colors so dramatically when they dry down. This one really seemed to stay this sort of hot pink, like true pink shade. It stayed that way even after it dried, but I just can't handle the feel. It's like to the extreme end of drying liquid lipsticks. So those products, guys, are the things that I have tried recently, new products to hit the market that I just can't get on board with. Not a fan. I think it's really useful to share that kind of information now and then in videos, so you have an idea of what things you might want to steer clear of if you have preferences like mine. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm glad I got this video done today because it's seeming like one of those days. But I will talk to you guys very soon in my next video. Bye.